Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be making a journal out of this fabric and a hanging folder file, and this is what hopefully the end product will look like. All right, let's take a look inside to see what we have. We have a side pocket, and then we have two signatures in here, and there's 10 pieces, well, 10 pages each. So you guys do the math. I really stink at math. That's why I make journals and garden. So I'm going to use Fabri-Tac to cover this hanging folder file. And I cut the hanging folder file down to 9 inches. And that's it. And then it's so wonderful because it already has scored marks in these folder files. And so it just makes it great to make it for a journal. So I'm going to go ahead and put Fabri-Tac down. Not too much because I am going to sew this. Let it dry a little bit. So I'm going to get that down. And then also, so I'm going to make a pocket on the left. And then I'm going to make the flap on the right. And I'm going to go out 2 inches of fabric so that I can have that folded into the flap. And I already marked it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Okay, this fabric is beautiful. It came from this thrift store. Whoops. Hey, words are not upright. Don't you just love when that happens? So it's not that noticeable, but I'm peculiar about that. So I'm just going to add a strip to the right-hand side, and that's going to be the flap now. And the other side is just going to have an extra piece of fabric underneath the pocket that we won't be able to see, but that's okay. So this fabric came from the secondhand store from my son's friend who knows that I love journaling, and he picked up this piece and thought I would love it, and I do love it. And he's just a thoughtful guy. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cut off. And again, what the heck? I'm just flustered, right? Because I got the words up wrong, and I'm about to cut somewhere where I'm not supposed to cut, but I catch it. This is where I'm supposed to cut. Good thing I'm doing a voiceover, and I did edit. I learned how to edit. Okay, so now that I got that straightened out, I'm going to go ahead and glue that with some more Fabri-Tac. And it doesn't have to be, perfect, because I can always add something to clean up that left side with ribbon or lace. And then the outside, where the flap will be showing, it's going to have that pretty stitch from the machine. So I'm just going to cut it down instead of worrying about it. And that's what's so great about these journals, is you can always fix your mistake and it still comes out beautiful. Okay, there we go. I got it right now. There we go. Looks beautiful. All right, so now I have to sew all the way around, and then I'm going to keep that left side closed as a flap, and so that way I have a built-in pocket. So I'm just going around, and I don't really take it out. I just keep going around, and then at the end I do a back stitch. I know I probably should do a back stitch when I start, but the power of glue is awesome. All right, there we go. We got it sewed around. Got that pocket to the left and the flap to the right. Yay, I know my left and right. Okay, so I don't know why I'm so picky about these pieces. Maybe I think they're dog hair, or maybe they're cat hair. But anyway, I got it. All right, so I can add some lace or ribbon down this side to clean that up, and I'll show you at the end. All right, so now I'm going to get my papers. I have the 2 signatures. Oh, I guess I want to show you the pocket. There you go. I could have showed that at the end. I don't know why I edited that in like that. All right, so I have my 2 signatures, and originally, oh, here we go. I want to make sure that I took all the good stuff out of, all the pockets and stuff, because I don't want them sliding around while I'm trying to put these signatures in this folder file with my sewing machine. So I'm just double checking, making sure nothing's too big, none of the papers are hanging out or anything. And I'm still debating on whether I want this one in the front signature or the one that starts with the avocado dye because of the fabric. I kind of want it to be cohesive. So I'm still debating, but I do want to make a stitch right down the middle of the signatures. It makes it much easier to sew into the folder file. So I'm just doing a straight stitch, and you will have some torn pages if you go too fast, so, or even if you don't go fast, but that's the power of glue and paper. You can always fix it. All right, so I got that first signature that I'm about to sew in, and again, that's why I love these hanging folder files, because they do have those scored folds in there, and so it's easy to put in. First signature is always easy to put in. Second signature, not so easy to go in. And here I am still debating, do I want it in the front? Do I want it in the back? Decisions. All right, I think it's going in the back. Yes, it is definitely going in the back. All right, so I'm about to sew it directly into the folder file, and I forgot a step. Oh, it's easier if you first do that sewing right down the middle before you sew it into the journal. And here I take it out. All right, I will get better at these, I promise. So I'm just going to go straight stitch down the middle of that second signature. And I even have a slow-mo for you right here. Okay, let's see where we're at with the slow-mo. Well, after the slow-mo. Looks like I'm still going to be struggling putting that second signature in. Like I said, that one's the hardest one because, you know, you're trying to get it flat in there. But I made it work. And like I said, you don't have to have a sewing machine to do this. You can either do it by hand. You can do it however you want to do it. You can even tape it in. You know, do whatever you feel like doing. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this in. And I think I got it pretty straight. Yep. There we go. End stitch, back stitch, and it should be good. All right. So here it is, the end. And I added this lace piece. It looks like hinges. It came from a dress. And that's a story in itself. Maybe I'll tell you one day. But there's the pocket. Yeah, it looks much better with that first signature. Oh, and then I added the ribbon in the back. So, and then the stitching took care of that other problem. So everything looks great. All right. So I just love the way it looks. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and look at some of the pages that are in here. Pink is my favorite color. I will always have pink in my journals because it's my favorite color. But, yeah, let's take a look. I made some paper. I just added this in, glued it in. That's why it kind of got stuck. Some ancestry paper. I love this middle signature. I might add some more, but you never know. Ancestry paper on the other side. And I leave a lot of blank pages in my journals because whoever's going to be the owner of this is going to want to add their own flair, their own style to this. But I love these postcards that I found at the secondhand store. Japanese style. Papers from a book that my daughter bought me as a gift. Oh, look, let's go back. It's a card, wild, a secret spot with some lace. So these can be used as journaling cards, bookmarks, tags, whatever you want. And I just like whimsical stuff. You might notice some of these things that I have. I also get some things from, another postcard that I forgot I put in that side pocket. Garden magazine and my little birdie stamp that I really like a lot. Oh, and this came from Praise Paper Project. I'm copying her because she explained it so well. And plus, she's my friend. So, yes, I'm a little biased. But I went ahead and did that because I've never done that before. So, more papers that I designed a prompt, a sticker from the sticker book, stamp, some more from my garden magazine, a thank you card. You can just fold it. Oh, and then a little journal hiding spot that I do a lot, just with this little tab. And you just open it up and you can put a secret note there. Somebody might find it, somebody might not. And another journal card or bookmark or tag. And then I love the lace at the end of the pages. I need to do more of that. Just some little odds and end pieces of paper that the owner of this journal, could use for whatever they want to create. Black paper you can use with a white pen. And then some more avocado dye paper. And this little pocket that I made is actually laminated. So it's pretty heavy duty. And I just love how a scrap piece of paper with words or words from a book, and you can just add that on, and it just gives it that added flair. And this is made out of parchment paper. I just sewed that and added some stuff in there. And then I used my leftover thread to make a bow at the top. So you can use everything. A card that I got from the secondhand store, a journal page, an actual journal page, and then, yeah, that's it. So I just love it so much. Creating stuff. Oh, this also came from the Praise Paper Project. She showed me how to do it with vellum that I actually found at the secondhand store. And that's heavy duty vellum. So I just like that look. So yeah, go check out her channel. She just started as well. All right. So, oh, and then the eyelet, you can also just add string or lace or whatever, wrap it around, add a button to tie it around. So yeah, I just love the way this turned out, and I'm grateful that I got through this editing. So thank you for watching. Ta-ta for now.